on the Shade and Light palette. Did I just fucking blind the camera? Sorry that I... Howdy. I'm back finally with my everyday makeup tutorial. I'm gonna go over my colored brows, my big liner, all the stuff on my face. Before I had to wear a mask every day, this is what I looked like. I definitely don't do this anymore, but here we are. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the feedback on my last video. I really appreciate it. I hope you like this one as much. And like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Enjoy seeing me without makeup. I apologize in advance. Hi, it's me. You close your eyes and you go back to sleep. I'm nervous. I'm embarrassed. Don't make fun of me.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi. I'm talking to a camera while my girlfriend takes a nap, and it's embarrassing because she can hear me. I'm gonna do my daily makeup. I already filmed an intro, except I didn't because I'm gonna do it at the end when my makeup is done, but you're gonna already see the intro, so you already know what's going on, so we're gonna just jump right into it. I've already moisturized, I have chapstick on, that's it. I apologize for what my face looks like without makeup, but that's just, my eyebrows are drawn on, and I'm pale. This is what you get. Oh, they're getting the garbage outside. I can't have shit in this house. Jumping right into it. Most of my products are gonna be drugstore because I'm poor. So this is a pretty affordable makeup look, which I think is nice. Also, I bought a ring light, so hopefully the lighting is good. Let me know. First of all, after I moisturize and let it sit for a minute, I go in with the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. It's great. The only downside that I can find to it is that it dries down really quickly. Like really, really quickly. You gotta get that shit blended. I'm using a sponge. I always use a sponge. I prefer using a sponge. I just like how it makes things look on my skin. Oh good, he's chewing on another toy. Bear, can you like chill out for like a little bit? That's on. Alright, then go in with the Maybelline Superstay foundation. It's amazing. I use shade 110 Porcelain because again, I am pale. And then I'm just gonna put that on my face everywhere besides like right under my eyes, so when I put concealer on, it's not like super cakey. So the reason why it took so long to get another video up is because me and my girlfriend decided that we were gonna move across the country from Florida to Washington, and we drove and we got here, and right after we got here the pandemic hit, which is great. Super fun way to start our new lives. And then we were staying with like a friend, so we didn't have our own place. We were sleeping on basically a cot for a little bit, but they were amazing. They really helped us out. We finally got our own place. We've been here for a couple months. We're still getting all of the basics, because even though we like drove and we had all of our stuff with us, our stuff basically consisted of like some bedroom things. Like I have my desk, my dresser, and we had all of our clothes and like little knickknacks and stuff. But we didn't have a mattress or a couch or anything else. So we're still getting all of our stuff together. And it just wasn't a good time to film. We're both essential workers, and it's just been chaotic and stressful, and I didn't want to make it harder by like, oh, I need to film. Plus, our bedroom faces a wall where very little sunlight gets in, so the lighting was really bad. I didn't want to film with bad lighting, but any money that I had that was extra was going towards the house or the animals, because my dog's been going to the vet a lot because he's dumb and gets into stuff. But I finally had most of the stuff that we needed bought, and I was able to finally buy like a cheap ring light. So now we can actually film. And the reason why I'm filming this finally is I wanted to... Can you chill out, sir? So if you're wondering what Lunar Tide Cerulean Sea looks like, 8 months with no touch-ups, it's this. So I'm gonna do like nose contour and like stuff down here that I don't do currently really because it gets covered by a mask, but I haven't done it in forever. I miss doing it. It's what I normally do, so we're gonna do it. I take the Anastasia and it just says contour. So is it the contour and the shade is mink? Probably. With then whatever remaining foundation I have, I swirl some on the back of my hand. I get my brush and I mix them together to get a nice kind of mid-tone. This is how I contour my nose. I kind of do it in like, it's very drag queen-esque where I do it very dramatically. My nose has been broken twice and you can tell. So I try to even it out as best as I can. I use like a flat concealer brush and I go down into a point and then down on the other side. And then here, I kind of create a little button nose effect, draw a line across. You good? And then I bring some more contour onto the sides and blend it out a little bit. And then I do a really high bottom part and just connect them on the sides. So I got a cute little button nose. I apologize for my dog being rude. And I'm gonna blend it out a little bit. The foundation doesn't set super fast, so I can come back and blend this with everything else. But I just like having it blended out a little bit at first. And then I take some more and just do a quick cheek contour. There's nothing super special about how I do my cheek contour. I just follow my cheekbones. And then I blend it out. Going back in with my concealer. First, I'm gonna go under the eyes a little bit, and then I blend it out immediately, because if I take the time to put some under my other eye, it'll already be mostly set. Bring it down. And do a little bit on my nose. A little itty bitty bit. And normal highlighting spots, chin, I do right here, and forehead, and a little bit there. Take any extra from the side of my nose and bring it down onto my chin to exaggerate my contour. I'm talking really quietly, sorry. Try not to wake my girlfriend up. She's had a long work week and went on a long hike and she's tired, and I don't want to bother her because she's being nice and letting me film when she should be sleeping. So I'm going to set that with the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. This is a really good drugstore setting powder. Loose setting powder. The only bad thing about it, and I will show you about it later, is that it is hard for other products to stick on top of it. I don't know if there's a name for that, but it's very annoying. So like, I'll have this just under my eyes and a different powder all over the rest of my face, and I'll put blush on, and you can see where this powder is sitting because the blush doesn't stick to it as well. Right under the eyes, directly down the nose, again to help clean up that contour, make it more prominent. And while that sits, we're gonna do brows. So for my brows, I thought for a really long time that this was a very unique way of doing brows, and I was the only one who did it. But I have TikTok now, and a lot of other like alternative style kind of girls do their eyebrows this same way, and that's like kind of nice to know that I'm not the only one doing it like this. I use eyeliner. This is to get really sharp, black, angled eyebrows, clean lines. I used to use like brow gel, and I did that in my old video, or my last video, but I switched to this while we were traveling just because it was easier to have one thing that I could do multiple things with in my makeup bag when we were 2 weeks on the road driving across the country staying in hotels, and most of my stuff was packed up, so it was easier to just use this, and I was like, this is working really well. I really like how it's doing, so I've been doing it since the move. This is just the NYX Epic ink liner, which is a really good dupe for the Kat Von D ink liner, tattoo liner. So obviously half of my eyebrows are gone, which helps because I like having very angled, angry looking anime eyebrows. So this line isn't completely straight because I have very prominent brow bones. I kind of droop it down at the front a little bit and then angle it up and curve it a little bit, and then I'll connect it to the top and adjust it. So that's one done. I'll do the other one off camera so it doesn't take me forever. Okay, that's the rough draft of them done. Now I'm going to go back in with that small concealer brush and my concealer and clean them up. Those are brows mostly done. We will come back and finish them later after our face is powdered and everything, because face powder is gonna get on them anyways, and I don't want to have to go back over them a third time. So I'm gonna take a powder brush from Elf. This one's very gross. All my brushes are gross, they need to be washed. I'm sorry. This is just an Elf mineral powder blush, and I'm using airspun powder and translucent extra coverage to set the rest of my face and blend in the other powder at the same time. I just realized I forgot to do something. Okay, really quickly, we're gonna take a tiny little brush and put that first powder onto the highlights of the nose so that we can really be cartoonish. I'm not worried about letting that bake for super long, just so it's on there. So now it's contour time. I haven't contoured in a very long time, so this will be fun. I'm gonna use these two brushes to contour. I'm not gonna pick it up because it's shattered and I can't, but I'm using the Smashbox like contour palette with like the contour, bronzer, setting powder, whatever, and because it's very broken I have to be very careful while picking up product, and in we go with the contour. Again, I do my makeup very heavy, dramatic. So if it's too much, don't do it. Do whatever amount feels right to you. And I'm gonna bronze with that same palette, just with a different powder brush. Okay, that is contour and bronzer done. For blush, I switch up whatever blush I want to use basically every day. My main one is this one that I got as a sample for my job. It is Pixie Fresh Face Blush in Beach Rose. And the one that I found again and have been using a lot is the Milani Blush Baked Powder Blush in Coralina, which is that one. I know Luminosa was like the cult favorite, but I can't find that one, so. A fun thing that I do is I contour with blush on my nose. Just a small little detail brush. And I'm gonna pick up some of that Pixie one. And very lightly contour that button nose again. Because I like that heavily blushed look, and this makes it look very cartoony and cute. Blend it out. And now we're gonna go in with the Milani blush and apply that heavily everywhere it hits. So like I was talking about with that powder earlier and things that's sticking to it as well, you can tell where I applied it because the blush isn't blending out into it super easily. It's workable, it's not that bad, but it's whatever. For a drugstore blush, powder, sorry, it ain't that bad. Heavily blush my nose. And just a little bit to connect them. And that is that. I guess I should probably do my liner now. I changed my liner up from my previous video. I was doing it all in one foul swoop. And then I came to the conclusion that I have hooded eyelids and that looked weird, and I can make it look cleaner with the hooded eyelid trick, which I will show you how to do. If you want a tutorial on my old liner, I can also do that in a different video. It's borderline the same thing, but less difficult. So I'm gonna do this side because this side's always easier. So I do one big line, that's the big bottom line. And then I start on the inner corner. Bring it in. Don't go connecting it to anything anytime soon. Bring the outer corner in. Draw it to where it will connect with that other line while it's open. Bring that one down and do a little zigzag. And connect it, and then fill it in. So you'll get this little triangle cutout thing, but when you open your eyes, it should flow pretty good. This isn't the best one that I've ever done, but I've never done it on camera before, and now I understand why everyone says it's hard. I'm gonna do the other eye now. Okay. Eyeliner is done. Took some extra work. Very annoying. And then I also realized I forgot to put my eyeshadow on. Normally I put on this one eyeshadow. It's from Almay. It like doesn't have a shade name or anything. Creme Brulee. Yes, it does. It's just a very sheer kind of glittery. Like it's basically a highlight. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. I don't know. It's just glittery and I like to have it on my eyelids. So I'm gonna try and figure out a way to put it on without completely fucking up my eyeliner and having to redo it again. We will see. Updates will come. But normally I put that on first and I put my eyeliner on. Okay, it's on. It's not perfect, but it's on. And I'm not fucking with my eyeliner anymore because that took too long. So, should I do highlight or brows first? I'll do highlight. My normal go-to highlighter is the Kat Von D single pan eyeshadow in Thunderstruck. I don't have much of mine left. He's very sad. He's lived a long, good life. And I just take a little like eyeshadow brush and I use that to apply it if I don't spill it everywhere. And then to top it off, I use something kind of embarrassing. This is a like micro glitter, just plain white, and it's from like a kid's makeup kit. It's probably incredibly expired, but it's like, it ain't fucking around. Can y'all see it? Probably not. Cool. But I'm gonna take a very small brush with a very small amount of that and use it to highlight my highlights. Small brush, small amount. Now we can finish the brows. There's gonna be a lot of jumping around for the next couple steps and I apologize. First step, stop squishing your feet underneath your butt. Second step, get a plain black eyeshadow and a small angled brush. My black eyeshadow is from this incredibly old Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. This is the best black eyeshadow I've ever used. I love it. I use it religiously and will continue to do so. This palette is old and busted and I will never get rid of it because Kat Von D sent it to me herself, which sounds stupid and fake and like I shouldn't be proud of that because of all the stuff that came out about her, but at the time it was really cool. Maybe I'll do a story time video on it since she's not like in charge of the makeup brand anymore. I don't feel bad about like talking about it. So if you want to know how Kat Von D sent me a shit ton of free makeup, let me know. Sound off. And I'm using that just to set the black liner so that it is matte instead of shiny, and blend it into where the rest of the hair is. And now is the colored part. Choose this color based on whatever you want, really nothing matters. If you have blonde hair and you want blue eyebrows, do it. If you have blue hair and you want pink eyebrows, please do it. That's sick. I, for one, try to match my hair color. When it was yellow, I used like a mustard yellow. When it was green, I used a bright green, and it's teal, I'm using a teal. So this palette is a new one for me. It is from the makeup brand Hell Bites Beauty, which is a smaller makeup brand. I love them. I also have a shit ton of lashes from them. They are my favorite lash store. They're not super expensive, but they are great. This is the Cybergoth palette if you would like to see it. Let me try not to blind you. That's what it looks like, and it's beautiful. And we're gonna be using Wicked, the teal color, on a large angle brush. Can you see it? And we're going to fill in that empty gap on the front of our brow with this, while also feathering it out. And I leave my gap there. So it gives you a hint of color, but isn't too harsh. And you can blend it into, like, if you want to do like a brown liner and shadow to make it less like aggressive, totally do that. Nothing is stopping you. The world is your oyster. Is that how that saying goes? And then without any more product, I just blend it into the black with the black brush. And those are my eyebrows. Remember that they're sisters, not twins, and sometimes they're cousins, but that's okay because we're a happy family. Now I'm going to use a brown eyeshadow. It doesn't really matter what brown eyeshadow. This is just to emphasize my little mole on my cheek because I love it. I used to hate it, and now I love it. So I try to give it some extra attention. And then I blend it out a little bit so that the highlighter doesn't just like have a weird spot where it's not there. I'm gonna put mascara on. I use the Bambi mascara from L'Oreal. You guys know how to put mascara on, I'm assuming. So, see you soon. I also use the mascara as a brow gel just to make them really fluffy and emphasize the blackness and blah, 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 blah. I usually try to pop one simple color on my lower lid just to give it a little something. I'm gonna use the Cool Tone shade from the Shade on Light palette. Okay, now last step. Lashes. Again, like I said, they're from Hell Bites Beauty. The one that I'm using is Bewitched. That's what he looks like. He's a big boy. I clip one of the one of the bundles of lashes off just so it fits my eye better. And I'm gonna go ahead and put those on. See you soon again. So this is the finished look. Got my lashes on, hair's down. 8 months with no extra color added. I hope you like it. Let me know if you want anything else makeup related in the future. Let me know what you'd like to know tutorials on. If you want more in-depth on like my liner or my brows or anything like that, let me know. My dog says hello. What are you doing? Can't pop. Good job. Good boy. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry it took so long. Thank you for everything with my last video. I really appreciate it. And yeah, have a good day.